Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night. Thanks for all of you. Got 100 people on here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to continue to be watching the weather all weekend, but there's not much going on out there. Some of you may be planting this weekend, and I'm going to give you the green light if you got that green thumb. Some of you already have planted. Like Margot Gray, I think she planted her garden about a month ago. Nah, I think it was probably a couple weeks ago, but she was sweating it out. But I think we're finally beyond that. Start a school program. I don't know where that's coming. Okay, we've got some comments that are from a different thread here. Not sure where these are coming from. Let me refresh here.
I'm not sure where that. Oh my.
Yeah, I don't know where that must be coming from another post on the Facebook page. All right, it's Friday night. Is it Friday the 13th or just Friday night? All right, let's go ahead and talk about the weather. Decatur, it's quiet out there right now. The weekend's going to be really, really quiet. I'll see some of your comments over here. Patty says, when is this starting? Well, I know. We made you wait a little bit longer tonight. But things are quiet. It's cool out there tonight. Today was a classic day of give the weather 5 minutes and it's going to change. It truly was different. When those showers started firing up, the temperatures cooled off quite a bit. In fact, the temperatures were dropping about 7 to 10 degrees with the rain and the hail out there. And I tell you, if this was January, we would have been having heavy snow showers. That's just how wild the weather was. Nothing out there right now, and we won't see another chance of rain until Monday night. Here, look at temperatures. As we look across our area, we're all in the 50s, some 40s. We're not going to go up to the north. That's where the coldest of air is. So we're going to head down south. We've been kind of showing you the colder air mass in the Great Lakes most of the day on air. And where I'd like to be right now, Nassau, Bahamas, 70, high humidity. Probably I can hear the ocean from here. Key West wouldn't be bad. Duval Street tonight, that'd be pretty fun too. But no, I'm stuck at work, and it's a Friday night. So that warmer air is going to continue to move north. Now tomorrow we continue with a north wind. It's tomorrow night into Sunday that the south wind comes back, and that's when we start to warm up. You can see the leftover of the showers we had. It was kind of, once that sunset, we lost the heating, and that was really the key to the forecast the past 2 days. Today, more importantly, as far as getting everything going, we needed convection to go. So you warm the ground, warms up, warms the atmosphere, and then we got the instability showers. And those will be all south of us tomorrow. I think our rain chances are over. And mentioning Florida down there, Tampa and Orlando, Lakeland, seeing some showers and thunderstorms tonight. Nothing out of the ordinary for them. They could probably use a little bit of rain. They're going to cool off into the 70s down there tomorrow as that front moves through. I'm sure my son Ross down in Lakeland will enjoy that. Yeah, one thing about it today, Courtney's mentioning this, and I'd put your comments back on the air, but I'm not sure what comments we're going to see because I think we were seeing some comments from another page for some reason.
What was going on?
Yeah, because I think we loaded the wrong thing. But anyway, down there in Lakeland tomorrow, they're going to see nice weather. I'm going to be going down there to about 8 weeks to move Ross to Nashville. So he's got a big move coming up. Again, that's my oldest son. But here's your weekend, the next 12 hours. Jacket weather tonight. If you've got, patio fires this weekend, maybe a little bit on the chilly side, but we're not going to have a lot of wind tomorrow evening. And then as we go into Sunday night, it looks pretty good too. So tonight, down to 39, some patchy fog. Now that's one thing we missed last night, at least I missed with the forecast, but it took till about 5 o'clock this morning for that fog to start to develop. James is reporting from Jamaica. It looks like, man, that'd be a good place to be on a Friday night too. Again, I need a vacation. You think I just had a vacation. I was down in Padre Island, but that was for work. And I'm still working on this package for the hurricane season. The weather here has kind of got me preoccupied, but we're going to talk about that. In fact, we're going to take a commercial break coming up here in a little bit, and then we're going to talk about the sea surface temperatures and how it's important to our weather here for the remainder of this severe weather season and then for the beginning of the Atlantic hurricane season as well. So beautiful day tomorrow. Here's an hour-by-hour look at that, 6 o'clock in the morning. We're looking at maybe 37 now. We might see a touch of frost in Fayetteville and in Scottsboro, the Paint Rock Valley. You could see a touch of frost tonight as well. Again, very, very light frost. I just want to make sure you're aware of that so you don't send me a nasty gram tomorrow morning if you get frost. Again, that's the only reason. I don't know how many of you know the story of the, I say that because the garage sale story. I've got a garage sale story here. I'll share it with you. Since this is 48 weather extra, I'll give you some extra here. But when I worked out in North Platte, Nebraska, this was back in 1995. I was the only meteorologist. So I was the chief meteorologist, but I was the guy that was the only meteorologist at the station, and I would work 6 days a week. And we would tape the forecast Friday night for Saturday morning for the cut-ins on the Today Show. And the cut-in said, hey, nice day today, beautiful weekend, enjoy. And at the same time, there was a severe thunderstorm producing $half size hail moving into town. And at the same time, I'm in my car rushing out to the station to get in to do a cut-in. And somebody said, you ruined my garage sale. And because they had everything out for their garage sale, and then all this hail came. And man, that was my first lesson in don't tape broadcast. But there's no other way I could have done it back then, because that, again, North Platte, Nebraska is market 210. And guess how many markets there are in television? 210. So it is the smallest market in the United States. And the other thing is, I broke into programming. So you imagine the shock. I come to Huntsville, Alabama, and I break into programming. We've got a tornado warning. And I get off the air. I'm like the first person on. Jay Prater was the chief meteorologist at the time, and he was out at a skiing weather conference. And Dan Schmidt was doing the weekend, so he was coming in for Jay to work. And what happened was I broke into program. I was doing my job, and then all of a sudden the news director's like, get back on the air. And I was like, what? I'd never seen severe weather coverage done the way we do it, and we do it now. And I realize why we do it now the way we do it, but back in Nebraska, the time prior to me breaking into programming here, we had softball-sized hail, we had a confirmed large tornado, and the news director, station manager's like, well, you need to get off the air. And I was like, well, wait a minute, we got this going on. And he says, nobody lives there. And he was right. I've talked to my friends that work in South Dakota, and he goes, yeah, we're better off just to pick up the phone and call the people that are under the tornado warning. Because, again, a lot of that country out there in the western parts of South Dakota and Nebraska, that is all cattle country. There's more cows than people out there. So, again, that's my weather story for you on this Friday night. Sometimes we get off on a tangent, but again, it's Friday night, so let's take a look at your forecast as we get on beyond this, as we talk about Saturday night into Sunday. So Saturday afternoon, it's going to be cool out there, but it will be mild, and it's going to be a nice weekend overall. The pollen count's going to slowly creep back. You're probably going to notice more hummingbirds out there, so make sure your hummingbird feeder is ready. They may have kind of been shy, a little gun shy with the dogwood winter we just had, but each day is going to get about 10 degrees warmer. Now, tomorrow evening, I mentioned earlier, it's going to be nice for patio fires, but it's just going to be a little cool out there. You're going to need maybe a hoodie or sweatshirt, maybe even a jacket. It just depends on your tolerance. It's amazing how, 65 degrees and 68 degrees in summertime is cool, but 68 degrees in the wintertime is too cool. Thanks, Deanna. Yeah, I got lots of stories. We could go on and on and on about it. Someday maybe I'll write a book. As we continue into Sunday, low 70s. Don't be surprised if we hit 75. And here's your 3-day forecast. We're looking at 62 tomorrow, 71 Sunday, 81 Monday. That's where the warm-up stops, Monday, because Monday night we got a chance of rain. It's a slight chance right now. I may see a rumble of thunder depending on how everything pans out. It's April. As you know, things can change rather quickly. But it cools off next week. We're going to talk about it on the 10-day forecast. I'm also going to talk about those sea surface temperatures in the Gulf and also out in the Atlantic and how they may impact our severe weather season for the rest of this year and how it may impact the Atlantic hurricane season as well. That's coming up. All right, everybody, we are back on this 48 Weather Extra. We're going to start off with that chance of rain at 20%. And this rain on the roof forecast, that is a 69 Boss 302 Mustang, by the way. A lot of people comment out there, they go, is that your car that's in the driveway in the rain on the roof forecast? And the model is actually blue, but this program here, this weather software, changes it to red. So I guess we're just going to stick with red. Otherwise, it's just see-through. Next weather maker coming in Thursday. This will be a chance of rain. The models are going to flip-flop on this. It's all about the timing. Right now, I think Thursday afternoon, we're going to warm up close to the low to mid-70s. But late, probably Thursday night into Friday, will be that next front coming in. And we could see some showers and thunderstorms. But the way it looks now, that may not be severe. Now, let's talk sea surface temperatures. Let's talk about what this means for our severe weather season and what it means for hurricane season. As you see in the area down there south of Mobile, just to the west of Key West, that very red, almost maroon area, that is above normal sea surface temperatures. So it's not conducive for hurricanes yet, but what this does is if we get a strong enough storm system coming in, the water's evaporating faster when the water's warmer. So this is going to provide more fuel for more heavy rain events and the potential for more severe weather outbreaks. Now, this time of year, we begin to kind of see this shift farther west. So far this year, though, it's been Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama getting the brunt of the severe weather, which is typical for this time of year. Now, as we get later into the month and into May, this begins to shift to the west. Starting to see some signs that they may see some more significant severe weather, maybe over Texas, Oklahoma, into Kansas, about a week out. But again, that's way out there. But I will tell you, sea surface temperatures right now are warmer than normal. And this could also lead to early tropical systems out in the Gulf of Mexico, in the Gulf of America, as we get on into the latter part of, say, June. Hurricane season begins in June, so we usually have a few of those weak, low-end type systems. Now, this is what we talked about at the weather conference last week down at South Padre, the Tropical Weather Conference. It was a great conference. Dr. Phil Klotzbach brought up a few great examples of what he expects. He's out of Colorado State. I'm going to have his report coming up next week. I'm still working on the video. I'm really picky about when I edit video and stuff like that. Kind of like when you edit your own home movies. Everything's got to be just right. So what we see here off the coast of Africa, the water's cooler than normal. So that's good. That means we may not start out with robust Atlantic, the Cape Verde season. Usually that's late in the season anyway. But that's a good sign. But overall, it's going to get active. It's expected to be an above normal hurricane season. Here's your forecast over the next 10 days. I appreciate you guys sticking around for this long. We got 83 of you left. Started with about 150. I know it's Friday night. You got other things you can do. And we almost spontaneously started a podcast, but we may do that down the road. But I'd like to see that be a subscription service. 62 tomorrow, 71 Sunday. By the way, Trash Panda's in town. Tomorrow, probably a little cool. You may need a jacket. But Sunday, that's going to be perfect out there for baseball, light winds. And then 81 Monday, 69 Tuesday. And there's our chance for showers, a few thunderstorms Thursday into Friday of next week. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. We'll work on having your comments on the screen next week instead of something from another post. You guys have a good weekend.